Hey everybody, it's Eduardo here with your DraftStream final results and talent pool preview. Hopefully you can hear me okay. The AC is on, and if I didn't have it, I would be a puddle right now. So hopefully we can all bear with it to get through these scores. And it was an impressive week. Gamble 24x7 finds himself atop the leaderboard once again. And also boxing out Jaybird is Ringballs in second place, just 13 points behind him. Ringballs didn't stop there. He went and secured the lowball $10 bonus for his trouble, beating, who else? Gamble 24x7 by about 6 points for the low. How did he do it? Well, G24 had the optimal stack of the Circus, the headliner stacks of Sputnik, Infinity Train, and 5 bedrooms that led the way. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the perfect call sheet. Oops, great. No, not want that. Delete. Yes. Okay. Now on the perfect call sheet had a little bit of the Circus, a headliner stack from the Circus, an optimal stack of Ted Lasso, headliner stacks of 5 bedrooms, and Infinity Train Season 3. Great weekend for Jason Sudeikis. Now, this is once again another 8-1-1. I think this is the first stretch we've had in the almost 5-month history of the Alpha Test game where we've had 3 weeks in a row with an 8-1-1 headliner, co-star, day player construction. I'm not too worried about it because this was the rare week that really overperformed. Take a look at this stat. Look at these stats. 91.11, well above the season average of 84.46, which honestly was dragged up by this total average score this week. I think it went from 83.4 to 84.46. That's doing something when you can go up an entire point over 1 week. And I would have to check the records in this, but we had a possibly record-breaking seven titles cross the 100-point mark with 3% season 4 just trailing at 99.3 and Hard Knocks Los Angeles 99.1 as well. Now, granted, this is our first week that we had 20 titles, but I honestly didn't think more titles would equal more quality. But you know what? Anytime you've got Apple TV Plus with not one but 2 entries in there, it's a good week. Boys State, I'm absolutely crowing about that movie. Both fascinating, invigorating, and frightening all at the same time. Gave us 111.25. It truly was the value play of the weekend. Okay, maybe not the value play. You got value out of it. At 16,300, you got what you expected out of Boys State. But Ted Lasso, and as I vowed on Saturday's podcast, I will not doubt Apple TV Plus again. Probably need to start almost every title that comes through that shop at least $10,000 and up. Ted Lasso at, I think, 8,100 starting for Jason Sudeikis was just a steal. So congrats to everyone who had them on their call sheet. Checking in with the mascot, Brown Baby, settled into 8th. But she is in the top 8. Better than in the bottom 8. So progress continues with the Draft Mom. And once again, her call sheet. A solid construction. Just instead of 3%, if she'd had Ted Lasso here, it could have been a totally different story. A little bit cheaper, too. Who else had some interesting call sheets? Let's take a look at the low balls real quick. The low ball perfect call sheet right here. A heaping helping of Endless. It's that a six pack of Endless. day player stack of the one and only Ivan, which, as I mentioned in the last podcast, head faked us. All the information I saw said it was coming out this past weekend. Now it's coming out next weekend, so oopsie daisy. Project Power, day player, Amy Landecker, and Joseph Running Fox from Valley of the Gods rounds out the perfect lowball call sheet, 721.75. It's pretty low. Ring balls. Got close, but not quite. He had the 6-pack Endless. Well played, sir. He had a 3-pack, day player 3-pack of Valley of the Gods. And then Lovecraft Country just to make up some salary. That's ultimately what cost him 113 points. When you're in the low ball, it's a pretty hefty score. But nonetheless, congratulations, Ring Balls, for winning the $10. $35 goes to G24X7, G24. And Ring Balls also gets the $15 second place prize for a total of $25 this week. Not bad, gents. Let's turn the page. Let's see what's going on with this week. And 21 hot ones. Nice mix. I don't know if it'll break last week's 91.11 average score, but I think we'll see some high scores this week. We got Lucifer, Season 5, a well-known established property. I actually watched the first 2 seasons of Lucifer when it was on, I think, the C-Dub, maybe? And it was interesting. Like, I liked it, but, you know, it's a bit of a grind when you go through so many episodes in a season. I just got behind, never kind of got back. That was just me. I guess it's gotten a lot better given the freedom of Netflix, I can imagine. I don't know if I'll come back to it, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. Very charismatic lead in Tom Ellis. And the chemistry he has with Lauren Germain, pretty interesting. So I expect that will score highly with a lot of baked-in scores, as you can see. 8.2 from over 202,000 overall. So Season 5 probably is going to get a similar type rating. And that's also why Lucifer, yes, is our highest priced title of the week. 18,500 for Tom Ellis, 18,400 for Lauren Germain. I mean, they're pretty much a done deal. It's just, as per every week, when it comes to some of these higher scoring titles, can you find hidden value elsewhere, or do you just need to pay the piper and pay for security, for surety? Oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. Here we go, back here. Ruthless Realtor, aka my nickname when I briefly sold houses back in Los Angeles County. Not really, I didn't sell anything. That's why I'm not doing it anymore. Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Kind of intrigued by this one. Animated movie. It's got a pretty stacked vocal cast. A pretty stacked voiced cast. Darren Criss, Alexandra Daddario, Zachary Quinto, sci-fi favorite. Bellamy Young among some of the stars. 14,700 felt right. It might even probably overperform on this. It's VOD, so people who really want to see this stuff will be seeking it out. Probably predisposes them to liking it already. And it's Superman. You kind of know what you're getting when you're going into it. I'm intrigued by Tesla. Ethan Hawke stepping into the role of the notorious inventor. A pretty interesting cast. I'm probably going to check it out. You know me, I love me some historical fiction. And I think it's priced kind of low, only because it being on video on demand doesn't have a platform to prop it up like Prime. I don't think there's enough of me's out there as far as historical fiction buffs to really seek it out. So 8,000 felt about right for its salary, starting with Ethan Hawke and the lovely Eve Hewson, aka Bono's daughter, at 7,800 as the other headliner. Oh, and the 24th. Now I can't wait to see this. Now, it's down priced, But that's only because I didn't know this was coming out. And I pretty much have my ear to the ground to a lot of this type of stuff. Kevin Wilmot, an excellent writer. First time directing, I believe, maybe? I think he did, he wrote The Five Bloods, Black Klansman. I think he was nominated for an Oscar for that. Chirac, a frequent Spike Lee collaborator, let's put it that way. So I take that back. He has directed before. My bad. Oh, wow. Confederate States of America. I actually want to see that. I think it's on... Yeah, an alt history. An alt mockumentary of a British mockumentary takes place in a satirically humorous, sometimes frightening look at the history of an America where the South won the Civil War. I mean, I'm going to watch this. I had this saved somewhere. I think it's free on YouTube. I might have checked it out. Anyways, slight cul-de-sac. Wrong podcast for that. Anyways, 24th is eminently interesting to me because it's historical fiction. Oh, nope, wrong one. There we go. The story of the all-black 24th United States Infantry Regiment and the Houston Riot of 1917. I did not know anything about this, so I'm looking to learn this weekend. And so Kevin Wilmot, excellent writer, sometimes director, coming through with a pretty solid African-American cast. Trey Byers from Empire fame, Aja Naomi King from How to Get Away with Murder, Michael T. Williamson, the Venerable, Thomas Hayden Church. I bet he's some sort of sergeant or something, bossing around the black folk. Hey, it's just time back then. It's just time. Or probably a racist leading the charge. He needs to get put down. And Mo McRae, whose work I've always enjoyed when I've seen it. So yeah, I'm all over this. And down priced at $7,700 because I just don't think people really know about it. I think it has a chance to overperform if the reviews are good. So, but I mean, it's Kevin Wilmot. I'm not sure about him as a director, although I do want to check out that CSA movie. But as a writer, he's pretty excellent. So I'm checking that out this weekend. And not even like a 30-minute checkout, like just a total watch. Video on demand. Get there. Other titles of note. Watch list. Virtual theaters. So it's basically fancy video on demand with your dollars being directed to the local theater of your choice. This looks interesting. After her husband is mysteriously killed in the drug wars of the Philippines, a widowed mother of 3 must confront her own darkness to protect her children from further harm. As you can see, not quite a statistically accurate sample, but it's already on the board with a 7.2. That bodes well for it. Price-wise, kind of medium priced. I think this might catch the right reviews and the right eyeballs. So $8,700 is not bad for a virtual theaters thriller. And Hoops. Hoops is kind of our high-profile animated entry this week, starring Jake Johnson as a hot-headed, foul-mouthed high school basketball coach who thinks turning around his god-awful team will take him to the big leagues. Yes, because every day people jump from high school directly to the NBA. But Jake Johnson, everybody loves him. Funny guy from New Girl. I don't know if I will check this out. I'm kind of curious when it comes to my animation. Like I'm pretty into South Park. I've been known to get behind some animation or animated shows here and there, but I don't know. I got a lot on my plate, man. So I may not make it to the Hoops, but it seems interesting. Love in the Time of Corona, a fully socially distanced shot miniseries coming out in Freeform. It's down priced because I still think anyone's going to discover it. Freeform is in the ABC, Disney family of networks, kind of on the outer post of your cable networks. Although I absolutely love Youngish, the Blackish spin-off centering on Yara Shahidi's Zoe Johnson at college is on that channel. Also, RIP, Alone Together, a show I loved. I called it Millennials, Seinfeld for Millennials. That also was on Freeform for a couple seasons. I don't think enough people will discover it for it to even get all 4 scores across the board, so that's why it's down, price $6,000. And also, I just think people have Corona fatigue. I don't necessarily have it. I think there's going to be some interesting stories to tell from this whole experience, but I just think people don't want to watch that while they're on quarantine, lockdown, extreme social distancing. So, I don't know. And Find Me in Paris, another pricey entrant this week in its 3rd season. Once again, a lot of data out on it already. Seems like it has a following. I know very little about it, but from the early research I did, seems like this is going to perform pretty strong. Hence, starting at $15,500 for Young, Caitlin, Rose, Lacey, and also Rick Young as headliners. So, a lot to check over and look through this week. I'm sure I have my cultural blind spots that will lead to some hidden value. I implore you to exploit it. Get those free, cheap points. Thanks, everybody, for playing. Thanks for your data. I know I say it every week, but we truly are one step closer. Just hang in there with us. Hopefully, the web app will be up and running soon. TM. All right, thanks, everybody. I will see you guys back here on Thursday for after call sheet lock at 6 p.m. Pacific time for a quick call sheet review and weekend preview of this DraftStream action. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.